Hi, kindergarten. Let's start off with our work time by take a look at our poem. Ready? Jesus loves the little children, all the children of the world. Red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in His sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world. That's right, kindergarten. That's you. That's you. That's me. I know I'm not a child, but I'm still one of Jesus's children. Okay, kindergarten. Let's take a look here. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go on our journey again and see what we can learn about the United States and Canada and slide screen again. Oh, there I am. Okay, remember we're talking about the United States, Canada, and Mexico. So kindergarten, we learned, why is this not? Oh, there we go. So we learned about where the United States was in the world. We're right here, and we live right around here in New York, where Mrs.Castellano was pointing. We listened to the national anthem for a little bit. We learned about the flag. There's a star for each flag, right? That's the national anthem. We learned where Canada was. We looked at the Canadian flag. We looked at how it's the same and how it's different. We looked at the Mexican flag, right? And there's Mexico. So remember that Canada's up here, the United States is here, and then Mexico's down here, right? Over here is like Europe and Russia and Australia and Africa, and so is America. Okay, so then we looked at some of the foods that are traditionally thought of when we think about America: burgers and hot dogs and mac and cheese. But pasta's really, well, we'll talk about that later. Okay. And then in Canada, people always think of poutine. Maybe some seafood like mussels from Prince Edward Island or oysters, but I don't have pictures of these here. In Mexico, we talked about churros and tamales and Mexican street corn and tacos and beans and rice and empanadas, and there's so many more. Kindergarten, obviously, this is not all of the food in the United States and in Mexico and in Canada. These are just some. We looked at the way that kids dress in the United States. We looked at traditional Native Americans. We looked at how some people dress in Canada. These people don't dress like this all the time. This is a special celebration. And then this is the way the Mounties, and they don't dress like that all the time either. They put this on for like a special occasion. They have a regular police uniform. We looked at how some people dress in Mexico when they dress up for a special occasion, a celebration. And today we're going to be looking at some traditions in the United States. Let's see if I just move myself there. So this is something that Americans are known for. What sport? And it's actually spread across the world. But what sport is this? That's baseball. That's right. That is something that is Americans known for, because we play a lot of baseball and we love baseball and football. But baseball is the one that I think of when I think about one of Americans' favorite pastimes. And this is something we celebrate. Do you guys know what holiday we celebrate with a turkey? And it's in November. Did you say Thanksgiving? That's right, kindergarten, Thanksgiving. So here's maybe some foods that you might eat at Thanksgiving. And then what happens on TV or in New York City on Thanksgiving? Did you say the parade? That's right. They have a big parade. And then we have a president here. Abraham Lincoln is not the current president. But I just wanted you guys to know that we have a president. Do you guys know who the president is right now? Did you say Donald Trump? Yeah, you're right. It's President Trump. The 4th of July is like America's birthday. That's called Independence Day. So that's something that's unique to America. And then I put an eagle up here, kindergarten, because an eagle is a symbol of America. It's on the quarter. And you'll just see it in different places. So this is called a bald eagle. He's not bald, so that's me, right? Anyway, so this is a symbol of America. So let's take a look at some of the things that are traditions in Canada. So I'm going to start with right here in the middle. It's a turkey. What? Yeah. In Canada, they also have Thanksgiving, but they celebrate their Thanksgiving on the first October of first Monday in October. So it's different because the United States, they celebrate it in November, and in Canada they celebrate it in October. And it's just like about love and friendship and giving and the harvest. Here's another holiday. It says here, December 26th, Boxing Day. December 26th, kindergarten. Do you guys remember what's on December 25th? Did you say Christmas? Yes, Christmas is on December 25th. And no, Jesus was born. The day after that, December 26th, is a big celebration in Canada called Boxing Day. And no, they're not boxing with boxing gloves. It's more have to do with the boxes. So Canada is a Commonwealth country. That means, it's big fancy words for, they still have British rule. So they still look at the Queen in England, and she's on all of their money. So they follow some of the traditions that the Commonwealth countries do, the countries that didn't get their independence from England. So Boxing Day is one of those things. And it happens the day after Christmas, and it's Mrs. Castellano's favorite day in her family, because when I'm in Canada for Christmas, we go to my aunt and uncle's house, and they live on a farm. And we all go there, and there's a lot of us, kindergarten, and all my cousins and my aunts and uncles, we all go. And then we pick a name, we buy a gift for one person. But it's not even about the gift, kindergarten. It's about being all together. And that's why it's Mrs. Castellano's favorite. Before we go out to the farm now, we usually go skating all together first. And then we go out to the farm. And it's my favorite day of the whole year. This is the Parliament building in Canada. And I was showing this because it's all lit up red and has fireworks, kind of like the 4th of July, kindergarten, but it's Canada Day, and it's on July 1st, the first day of July, and it's Canada's birthday. So that's when they celebrate. Okay, and then I put some of the Mounties here, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. They're called mounted because they were on a horse. I don't know if you can see that, but there's what they look like when they're doing like a fancy celebration or like a Canada Day celebration. They might dress up in their red serges and present like this. What sport is this, kindergarten? Sorry, Charlie P. I didn't pick the Rangers. I had to pick someone from Nova Scotia. Sorry, Charlie. Mrs. Castellano is a big Ranger fan though. But this guy right here, he's from my hometown. Well, he's from my province. His name is Sidney Crosby, and he is from Nova Scotia. So I picked him. And what sport is he playing? Did you say hockey? Yes. So hockey is not actually Canada's national sport. Lacrosse is, but I think when people think about Canadians, they mostly think about hockey, right? About sports. Canadians, I think it's colder up there, so Canadians just play more hockey. I don't know how that came, but that's the way I think about it. And this animal right here, which animal is this? It's a beaver, that's right. I have a beaver on my shirt, see? My shirt says Canada. Beaver is the national animal of Canada, and you will find the beaver on the nickel, which is worth 5 cents, in the Canadian money. Okay, kindergarten. Let's take a look down here. Here is Mexico. Okay, so I have some pictures to show you. So just like America, Mexico's national anthem is an eagle, but this is a different kind of eagle. I wrote that down. What kind of eagle is this? I have to look that up, kindergarten. But it's a different kind of eagle, right? It's not a bald eagle. And here is a celebration called the Day of the Dead. So the Day of the Dead happens on November the 1st. And it's set aside. It looks kind of scary, right? Because there's a lot of skeletons, right? It's actually not. It's a beautiful celebration. And it's to remember the people that are not with us anymore, the people that have died. And so it's to honor and to celebrate them. I don't know if you guys saw the movie Coco, but they kind of talked about the Day of the Dead in the movie Coco. So it's about honoring your family members, your ancestors, and your family members that have passed away. One of the biggest celebrations in Mexico is called the Feast of Our Lady Guadalupe. And here's, so they're honoring her. But guess who she is, guys? She's Mary. She's Mary. Who is Mary? Who's Mary in the Bible? Not our Mary Moore. Who's Mary in the Bible? Right, Jesus' mom. And so do you know what they do for this celebration, kindergarten? They reenact the journey that Joseph and Mary took. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that a beautiful celebration? So that's one of their big, the Feast of Our Lady Guadalupe. Am I saying that right? Okay, kindergarten. And down here, let's start over here. These children right here are, so these children are dressed up. Actually, these children right here, they're in a parade for another celebration called Cinco de Mayo. Now, some people think that Cinco de Mayo is the birthday of Mexico, of Mexicans' independence, but it's not actually. It's actually just they won a military victory over France in 1862. So Cinco de Mayo, which is actually translated to the 5th of May. So that's coming up soon, kindergarten, because tomorrow is going to be May 1st. So Cinco de Mayo is on the 5th of May. Maybe you guys can have Mexican food on Cinco de Mayo at your house. I might try and do that at my house. Maybe make some tacos or something. And here, kindergarten is a picture of Mexico's Independence Day, or their birthday, and it is on September 16th. And in 1810, so a long time ago, we're in 2020, so almost 200 years ago, they separated from Spain. Mexicans still speak Spanish. I don't know if I told you that part. So just like they did in Spain. And this is not Mexico's national sport, but a lot of Mexicans really enjoy soccer. So that's why Mrs. Castellano put this sport in here. When you look up Mexico's national sport, it's horse wrangling, like rodeo, like a rodeo. Anyways, kindergarten, I hope you enjoyed our little tour of Mexico and Canada and the United States. And I will see you tomorrow for more of that stuff. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. Okay, kindergarten. Let's take a look at what the work we need to do today. Okay, we've been learning about word families, right? Words that have the same last name, like you guys do, right? So today we're going to work on two families. We're going to work on the Ain family. Can you think of anything that might have the last name Ain? What's it doing today, kindergarten? Rain. That's right. Rain. Oh, here's Jesse's favorite thing. Train. Oh, brain. Kindergarten, where's your brain? Oh, it's in your head, remember? Remember Elodie's mom taught us about our brain? And these are blended sounds. Chain. So I want you to do the Ain family, and I want you to turn it over, and I want you to do the Ale family. Ale. Sail, like on a sailboat, right? Not like if I go to Nordstrom, they have a sale, because that's spelled differently. Sail. Mail, right? This is the mail that comes to your house. This is not like my dad is a male and my mom is a female, but that's spelled differently as well. So mail, like a letter. Ale. Ale. What does that say? That's right, tail. Blaze has a tail. Right? And some animal that's really slow, or Mrs. Castellano says, don't use your cheetah hand. Make sure you use your snail. Snail hand, right? We say, let's use our snail hand to trace that instead of our cheetah hand, okay? So you're going to do the Ain family, draw pictures, and the Ale family. That's right, kindergarten. I also would like you to write in your journal today. Did you write something that you learned this week? something about another country. Maybe you want to write about where your ancestors are from or where your grandparents were from. Okay, so can you write something? Maybe you want to write about how the American flag has 50 stars. I don't know, something maybe that you learned this week during Multicultural Week, right? You could write that Mexico and the United States both have eagles for their symbol. You could write, I like to eat tacos. I don't know. Kindergarten, think about something that you can write that you learned this week, okay? And we're going to do math. We're turning to page 134, 133 and 134. So I'm going to take a chunk, kindergarten, because I don't want to be here all day just turning pages. Right? I'm on 125, so I'm going to keep going. Keep going. There I am. I'm on 133 and 134. Okay. Castellano's going to move her keyboard up there. Put her screen down. Okay. Here we go. Take a look. Complete the number sentence. How many flies are there in all? So when it's saying to me, are there in all, they're saying addition. How many are there all together? So let's count. Let's see. Let's count how many are over here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to write a 3. So in all, words like in all, that's addition. They're trying to trick us, but we can see it. How many bugs are here? Flies? 1. So how many in all? Let's count them all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is right. 3 plus 1 equals 4. 3 plus 1 equals 4. So let's take a look here. Let's see if this is adding or subtraction. There are 4 flies in all. So they're telling us there's 4 flies. They're giving us the whole number. So when I hear them giving me the whole number, I'm starting to think automatically it's going to be subtraction. But let's take a look. How many flies are hiding behind the leaf? So how many flies are gone? Right? So when I think about if something is coming or something is going, if something is gone or hiding, that's subtraction. So it tells me there are 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I count the whole group. Now I'm going to put the takeaway sign because how many are hiding? That's right, 1. So how many are left on the leaf, kindergarten? I'm not going to write it. You guys, I heard you. Ready? How many flies are there all together? Oh, all together is a sign to me that it's going to be addition. So I'm looking for those key words in these word problems. All together, in all, okay? Ready? So how many flies are there all together? So let's take a look on the leaf. Let's count how many are on the leaf. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5. So and some are coming, right? They're not leaving, so it's not subtraction. It's addition. That's right, they're adding. How many bugs are being added? Right, 2. How many bugs all together, kindergarten? Okay, so I want you to do this page. And then I want you to turn it over here, and I want you to do this page. So it says, how many owls are there all together? Here we go. How many all together? That's addition. That's right. So let's take a look here. 1, 2, 3. 3. What symbol am I going to put in there for addition? That's right, the plus sign. Plus, how many are over here? 1, 2. How many all together, kindergarten? And then let's see if you can figure out down here. We have 4 equations. You can use these pictures to help you, right? There's 6 and 2. And then there's 8. And then cross off. Take away how many? 6. That's right. How many are left? Okay. And you'll notice the same 3 numbers are in each of the family. They're called number families. Okay, kindergarten, so I want you to do those 2. Okay. Ready? Let's find out where we are in Fantastic Mr. Fox. Kindergarten, I saw a fox yesterday, and I think it was the Fantastic Mr. Fox. I'm not sure because I didn't stop and ask him, but I think it was. And he was beautiful. Did he have a tail? Do you think it was? Maybe. Let's find out what happened so far. Okay, so there was 3 farmers, remember? One was a chicken farmer, one was a turkey farmer, an apple farmer. That was, and one was a goose and duck farmer, right? And they were not nice. They were not nice men. And there was a fox family, Mr. Fox and Mrs. Fox, and the 4 little foxes. And farmers were not happy because the foxes were helping themselves to some of the birds for their dinner, right? That's what foxes do. And then Mr. Fox was sneaking out, and the 3 farmers were waiting, right? They were like, we don't want him to take any more of our ducks or our chickens or our geese or our turkeys. And they're waiting, right? And they shot him. They shot his tail off, right? And then they started digging, right? Remember, the farmer started digging, and the foxes got scared. But what did the foxes do? That's right. They dug further down, and then they couldn't hear it anymore, right? They dug and they dug and they dug. So now that was chapter 4. And now I'm going to read chapter 5, the terrible tractors. Oh no, kindergarten, can you predict what you think is going to happen now? Terrible tractors. Let's find out if you're right. As the sun rose the next morning, Bogus and Bunce and Bean were still digging. They had dug a hole so deep you could have put a house into it. But they were none yet come to the end of the fox's tunnel. They were all very tired and cross. Do you know what cross means? It means like angry, right? Dang, blast it, said Bogus. Whose rotten idea was this? Bean's idea, said Bunce. Bogus and Bunce stared at Bean. Bean took another swig of his cider and then put his jar back into his pocket without offering any to the others. Listen, he said angrily. I want that fox, and I'm going to get that fox. And I'm not giving up until I've hung him up over my front porch, and he is like a dumpling. You can't get him by digging, that's for sure, said Fat Bogus. I've had enough digging. Bunce, the little pot-bellied dwarf, looked at Bean and said, have you got any more of those dumb ideas? What, said Bean? I can't hear you. Bean never took a bath. He never even washed. As a result, his ear holes were clogged with all kinds of muck and wax and bits of chewing gum and dead flies and stuff like that. This made him deaf. Speak louder, he told Bunce. Bunce shouted back, got any more dumb ideas? Bean rubbed the back of his neck with his dirty fingers. Oh, kindergarten, this is gross. He had a boil coming there, and it itched. What we need on this job, he said, is machines, mechanical shovels. Kindergarten, can you think of a name of a mechanical shovel? What was the name of the chapter? This was a pretty good idea, and the other 2 had to admit it. All right then, Bean said, taking charge. Bogus, you stay here and see if that fox doesn't escape. Bunce and I will go and fetch our machinery. If he tries to get out, shoot him quick. The long, thin Bean walked away. The tiny Bunce trotted after him. The fat Bogus stayed where he was, pointing the gun at the fox's hole. Soon, 2 enormous caterpillar tractors with mechanical shovels on the front ends came clanking into the wood. Bean was driving one, Bunce the other. The machines were both black, and they were horrible, brutal-looking monsters. Here we go, then, shouted Bean. Death to the fox, shouted Bunce. The machines went to work, biting huge mouthfuls of soil out of the hill. A big tree in which Mr. Fox had dug his hole the first place, was toppled like a matchstick. On the other sides, rocks were flying and trees were falling, and the noise was deafening. Can you picture kindergarten? Oh, so loud. Down in the tunnel, the foxes crouched and listened to the terrible clanging and banging overhead. What's happening, Dad? Cried a small fox. What are they doing? Mr. Fox didn't know what was happening or what they were doing. It's an earthquake, cried Mrs. Fox. Look, said one of the small foxes. Our tunnel's getting shorter. I can see daylight. They all looked round, and yes, the mouth of the tunnel was only a few feet away, and a few feet away from them now. And in the circle of daylight beyond, they could see the two huge black tractors almost on top of them. Tractors! shouted Mr. Fox. And mechanical digging shovels! Dig for your lives! Dig, dig, dig! Oh my goodness, kindergarten. What do you think is going to happen in the next chapter? Yes, that was the end of the chapter. I'm going to tell you the name of the next chapter. Chapter 6 is called The Race. Let me show you these pictures first. See? It does kind of look like a monster. That's the way I was picturing it in my mind, like big teeth. Were you picturing it like that too? Well, kindergarten, I hope you are enjoying this book. Tomorrow on Fantastic Friday, we'll read chapter 6 called The Race. Okay, kindergarten, I will talk to you later. Bye.